Hello everyone, welcome back to the Age of Mythology Classics, where I, Colonel JJ, bring you back to the past with some of what are hopefully the best recorded games ever in Age of Mythology. Today, we got two games that are going all the way back to like 2010 era with some pretty good players. First one is going to be Soup versus Narcotic on Alfheim, and the second will be an unknown Smurf. I have no idea who Ladies Love Lamers are. I don't think anyone ever knew except for whoever that was. Playing against Magyar under a kind of an alter nick. But yeah, two old games. Age of Mythology. Me. Water. What else do you need? Let's sit back and enjoy the show. We're going to jump right into VK Soupe, who's currently playing in 2021. So just like me, he's never grown up. Still playing against Dodd Narcotic, who hasn't been around in a handful of years now. Zeus versus Oranos on Alfheim, the old Alfheim. Man, it always kind of entertains me to see these old cliffs where you could put stuff on and the fun shenanigans that could sometimes happen. We're looking at Soupe. Here on the right in the blue color is Zeus, and our other player is Narcotic on the left as Oranos. Zeus versus Oranos, kind of a classic aggressive matchup. Soupe and Narcotic have both appeared in a few of these classic series, so they're not new to the scene as far as who are they, but they're two old players, both top players when they played consistently. Soupe, as I mentioned, is kind of back playing again, and again is at top level. So two really good players, and we're on Alfheim, which on the old Alfheim maps could spawn pretty crazy with some crazy stuff going on. And I'm seeing some crazy stuff. We've got two town centers smack in the middle of the map. We've got this really weird cliff here that wanted to be two cliffs, but is actually just one, and you can't go over here. You got a whole bunch of hunt back here for Soupe. I mean, this is for Alfheim. This hunt is nice, all in one spot, just like that. Meanwhile, Narcotics hunt is pretty bad. This is his starting hunt. This is his other pack of hunt. And this is his third pack of hunt. I mean, look how far he has to run to get to these. Whereas Soups are all like just nestled in the same corner, along with two bears if he needs that. However, on the flip side, Narcotics gold mines are glorious. Look at this one. People complain, if you watch, you see people complain about the modern day patch and how gold mines are safer nowadays. Not so. This gold mine, look at it. It's just like nestled in the corner. Never going to be able to attack it. And if that one's not good enough, there's another good one here, which is pretty solid as well. Whereas Soupe's main gold mine, this is the secondary one, is here. Not bad. Not great, but pretty decent. And then the rest are all forward. But relics. Take a look and see the Blanket of Empress Zoe, which improves building crush damage, or crush armor, I should say. The Ankh of Ra, free favor, 2.4 free favor a minute. Gaia's Book of Knowledge, which is plus 300% infantry damage against Titans. It's kind of useless. And then the Thundercloud Shawl improves pierce armor of all your human units. That's pretty good. And Glossom Boost, or shall we say Blossom Goose, is in the chat as we're getting past the boring stages of the game where we are entering into the age up time. Hermes. Nowadays you would probably see a lot of centaurs coming. A little bit of a centaur strangle, so to speak, but none on favor. Which tells me there's not going to be Centaur, but only 2 on gold, 4 on gold. Wow, they're really crammed in tight there. This is 3 people on top of each other right here. Look at that. And Narcotic up at 341? It's like he wants to be Kronos, but isn't. So a 341 age up. That is a 330. It's basically a Kronos rush, but he's wasting it by attacking a tower. Like, so you go up 330, which is at the expense of some idle town center time. Your goal there is to cause like some mayhem in the opponent's base. All he's doing is attacking a tower. Like, what? What's the point? Like, this does no damage. Now, the Centaur will take a few punches from the Promethean. But I'm thinking that maybe Narcotic's hunt... Okay. And Narcotic didn't scout good enough. He doesn't know where any of the hunt is. So he's just coming straight for it in this temple that protects... Or this tower that really kind of protects nothing. Promethean is pushed back, and now we have both heroes being trained. Soup is... I'm not sure what he's doing. I don't know if he knows what he's doing. Because we haven't seen... Oh, gotta watch out for Odysseus, though. I guess Odysseus could 1v3 these guys. And now we see a stable. So now the first military building. The Centaur and the Jason here are just cleaning up literally everything. And the power of Zeus. Strong heroes clean up all sorts of stuff. Like, really, he could turn and fight this. And I say that, there he is. And Jason, he'll probably give up his life. Oh, no, Odysseus coming. And we'll continue the retreat. I mean, I guess they are 2 low HP units, but, I mean, I'd take this fight if I'm Soup here, who's... Oh, these units don't want to fight. And there they go. That targets a special on... Man! The power of the Greek heroes. We see now double stable. Interesting. I know, you're right. Like, this is why, like, I feel like, so in extended edition, you can now create a hero for Greek that can heal. Like, I think it's so underused that people think it's not any good. Like, I never see people doing it. But yeah, imagine just being able to heal all of these units. And still, did he use a... Okay, he did use a second Valor. And yeah. Again, I mean, shoot, the Hippocon counter the Terma so well. And now finally Jason has died, but not a big deal. And good to have you on board, Raptor anyway. We see a little bit of eco mismanagement. Where is he going? What does Soup see? Because I don't see anything. I think he's looking for hunt. Now we know that there isn't any hunt. But he sure is looking for it. And this is kind of how you throw games, is by sending villagers out for no apparent reason. And he's just hoping that there's hunt up here. He's found this. But they're like migrating. Why? Like, I guess I don't understand even the thought process behind this. Like, what's he trying to do? I have no idea other than looking for a hunt. In which case, why go out and look for a hunt if you're not sure it's there? And he's found two cows. Building a granary for 2 cows. Keep in mind, these are some of the best players in this era. And Soup is one of the best players still currently playing. Who's recently come back. And we had this nice shockwave. Remember, this is the old unnerfed shockwave where the units are there forever. Look how long that is. 4 seconds of idle time. Crazy. And yeah, so we've got these villagers decide to come out over here. Which that kind of undoes everything that Soup did so far. As we see our third and final Valor just got used, and now he's housed. Like it. Badly housed, too. Like, he's trying. There he goes. There comes the house. 7.5 HP a second. So in 10 seconds, 75 Hit points. Wow, that's good. Hello, Cuddy Danks. Good to have you on board. We are just starting our night's entertainment here. Narcotic, a little bit of some goofy eco management right now. A lot of food and not a whole lot else. No eco upgrades. Only, yeah, double counter barracks. This is classic Oranos here. The old days where you saw a lot of this. And I really want to know what Soup's going to do with these villagers once these 60 food is done. We kind of got countering raids here. A raid down here. Raid over here. Not a whole lot to get at. He's hunting off of the bear there. Catching a few terma. That's good. And now these villagers are idle. What's their next plan of action? Going to wood. I love it. Nice little raid here. Get on a few villagers. Killed 1, 2. These units coming back. It looks like Soup is sending his entire army back. A bit of a mistake here. Because this army can deal with it. I think he's going for a surround. Which maybe he'll get it. No, juked. Juked again. And see, you just can't, you can't trap him. 5.5 speed versus 5.5. It's the same speed, and Terma also, for whatever reason, not sure specifically, are really good at getting out of those kind of chokes. A little bit better than like normal units. We see one getting caught, but they're kind of like, I don't know, kind of like Jello. They just slide right through, and it's hard to trap them. Now we've got Soup just completely pushed in his base, except for this random squadron over here, whereas Narcotic is finally getting some eco upgrades. Let's go. He's getting all of them. A lot of times when you see Atlanteans kind of go aggressive early, where they're not getting in a classic or an archaic age eco guild, they kind of forget to get it later on. But yeah, I mean, look at these gold mines. This is so glorious for him. But these two town centers are huge. I mean, it's kind of like, it's kind of an interesting map generation, though. Because you've got these two town centers right smack in the middle of the map. But other than this gold mine, and I guess there is Hunt here. But like, they're not a lot of gold there. This one, I guess, is kind of proxy controlled. But yeah, all your gold is kind of on the outside. And then you got these two really important town centers in the middle. Got the Hippocon coming to raid. I'd like to see them upgraded to medium. Crush them. I'm just watching this game, casting it along with you guys. This game from like 2010. So I'm not crushing anything, but I hope there will be some crushing and destroying as we see a little surround on the villager. Nice. One down. Okay. Oh, wait, now you gotta run. This isn't a good fight. Yep, gotta get out of there. One vill kill. Nice. Ooh, no. Keep going. Keep going. Yes, that's the only one that's really that super good for early attack. You could do some early attacks with Isis if you go like up Anubis. It's not common. Even Ta with Ra, you could do some early attacks with an aggressive barrel, but the safer way is to do your two town center. See a little bit of a trying to get on the citizen, but there's too many terma here. And we see Narcotic is grabbing this first town center. And oh, these villagers all had to run. I guess they were spotted. So this trek up here to eat 2 cows and chop some wood, and now they're all the way back. And we've got some raiding units in the back. And Odysseus should clear that up. Eki can be more aggressive and be effective at it than what people think. But the safer way, like for Isis and Ra especially, is to not be aggressive. And we've got a lot of villagers. 9 villagers on favor right now. I don't know if he's going to transition now into centaurs. Kind of weird. He's doing it. I'm also not sure why he never ate all of this deer here. Did he manage to not scout that earlier? Oh, he didn't. Oh, that's terrible. So his units, his villagers that went all the way up here looking for Hunt, the reason they did that is he did not scout this huge pack of deer right behind his base. Keep in mind, top player. And we've got the Terma coming in. This could force a ceasefire here. Narcotic is kind of sniffing out this town center. And with all of Soup's army forward, this might be the ceasefire coming. Yep, there it is. There's a ceasefire, but we can see Narcotic in a really good spot, grabbing his forward town center. Already has that. Decent eco upgrades for an Atlantean. And I'd say he's quite a bit ahead economically. And now we're seeing upgraded Centaurs, Toxotes, and 11 on favor. That's so inefficient. Have 11 on favor. Oof. And Narcotic grabbing a fourth town center. At this, probably better for him just to stay at 3 and go up to heroic age. You kind of want heroic age to get like your Thea, which then gets Stymphalian birds, which then could deal. There's a random shockwave just to get out, not get trapped during this ceasefire. Good path blocking, and now we have this big fight here. Oh, well, go, get back. And no big fight after all. Soup is firmly at 11 on favor. The 15-minute mark. Trying to get some upgraded Centaur, but he doesn't have the pop room. They're good, but they're not quite Colonel JJ. This era I wasn't playing. This was when I wasn't around. And hello, Rapple. As we see, I like the transition into Catapultes here. They'll clean up these Centaur, these Hippogon, and yeah, force Soup back. And Narcotic is at a pretty good spot here. Just see, this is why I don't really know if he should have grabbed that town center, because he's not gonna take all before all that pop becomes advantageous for him. Probably would have been better to age up as we see this big fight here. You got just one Centaur, the Hero Terma, trying to shoot at it, but it's just running around and being annoying. And the Hippocon are kind of cleaning up, but in the end, the better units, or the more units, I guess we should say, from Narcotic are coming through. But only 2 heroes left. So once like the heroes are gone, it costs so much to upgrade Terma into heroes. And oof, this pressure in the gold mine could be the determining part of this game. Villager killed because Soup has no gold. Oh, see, Narcotic, I feel like he can win this already by just sitting on this gold mine. But this game is put in the AO Age Mythology Classics for a reason, so I'm thinking it probably doesn't end here. But to me, this should be like the death blow. Maybe it will be. I mean, losing villagers all over the place. We do have a nice raid here. Nicely noticed by Narcotic, but we'll see one villager killed. And I guess that it's pretty similar as far as raiding, except that Narcotic has a lot more villagers. But yeah, now we're getting to the point where there's just two Hero Terma. And one's dead, and now kind of suiciding units is Narcotic. And he's going to have to get out of here. And this gold mine is saved. And you've got Centaur upon Centaur coming out. You got double temple. Auto-queued Centaur. Oh, get him out. Rapple, how you doing, man? And Marlboro, thanks for the follow. What are we looking for eco upgrade? Still the first line, would like to see better. And we actually got second line here. Narcotic is at full pop now. Too upset? No, 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 no. The Centaurs now do the same damage that they always did to citizens. It's 2 up Centaurs, or 2 Centaur specials upped or not, against a normal villager back then. Now it's 3. Ooh, gotta watch out. Okay. Now pressuring back on the gold. I mean, gotta get your manners next to your forward gold mines. And this is, yeah, this is pretty rough for Narcotic here. I mean, he's got these glorious mines, but no manners next to him, which means that when soon as the Centaurs show up, these villagers gotta run. And we can see, look at this. Narcotic with 0 gold miners and 0 gold. But Soup, 0 gold miners, does have some gold in the bank, but they're kind of mutually gold starving each other as we see villagers coming up here. Centaurs running through, killed 1 citizen. That's it. These villagers coming up to that gold mine. We have another shockwave. Lasts forever. I just... How is Soup gonna get gold? Like, see, at this point, he's almost at a pure hero and Centaur army. And he's chasing villagers into a corner. Like, hide! Hide behind the trees, he won't see us! What's going on? Centaur's back on the gold mine. And Narcotic, though, with this gold mine up here is fine. Still would like to see you delete your manor and put one right here, and you're good. The Centaur slowly getting put down by the villagers. Nope. How does Soup ever advance? He's gonna come to this gold mine. He's gonna scout it and see that there are units there. Got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Centaur right now. And oh, they smell some blood coming up here. Gotta get your manor. Don't use all the specials on 1 citizen. Oh, this is hilarious. Oh, now you're shooting at the hero. You're not gonna kill Vills that way. They sent Mythinus to a huge penalty, or don't do as much damage to other heroes. Be sitting on that gold mine. Over here, and now that there's no heroes here, I mean, this is a nice little trade here. I mean, Soup has the score lead. I don't... He's got 2,000 food. 23 gold. These villagers are coming over here. That Centaur is there. These are probably going to come collapse on this back end as soon as they see that. Got this one Centaur running around. He's back on gold. Couple Centaur down there looking around. Centaurs. Why a tower? Like, just delete a manor. This one Centaur lures this whole group away. Oh, man. Oh, he knows about this, too. Like, Narcotic could be in heroic age right now. With birds to kind of deal with this. And he's stuck for the moment. This should get into heroic age. Now we've got this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He spotted this gold, so he knows. Hit and run strategy. I like it. I like it. Soup is that? Hold pop still. Oh, but he's gonna get pushed off this gold. Villager down. Coming to this gold mine. They're trying to build. Why not just delete your manor and rebuild? Alright, so what? Can 5 hide in here? You'll lose some. 1 down. 2 down. It's almost worth bolting this. Maybe? And trying to get on that gold mine. So now, oh man, all these villagers died in the meanwhile. And Narcotic. Still not aging up yet. Just can't get gold. And the bolt. Okay, he did end up bolting that hero. So now the Centaur can come here and just force all of those units idle. And there's just one citizen, 2, 3, 4 on gold right now. So not a big deal. I'd like to see the Centaur take that tower down. Let's see, now that he bolted it. Probably what you should do here is leave 2 and just sit them underneath. Now we've got towers protecting the gold mine. I mean, this should have been manners a long time ago. Nope, no wood. 2,500 food. Now has enough to age up. He hit that age up button. Soup needs some gold to get up. He just needs to age up. Because, I mean, as soon as he reached Mythic Age, if he can get to that point, like, the power levels just change immensely. And Narcotic has just kind of handcuffed himself being in Classical Age too long. I wonder if he got Heart of the Titans. Okay, he does. That makes food. That makes heroes cheaper. Special technology from Prometheus. You can fight here. A couple Vermillo. I feel like the better unit to heroize against Terma is the Murmillo. Because your Terma hero can be kind of obsolete if the Terma are dodging, but a Murmillo can just chase him around. Too many Centaur? Well, he's been gold blocked for a while, so yeah, we're sitting at 7, 14 Centaur, and at one point, we still have it. We still have 11 villagers praying on double temple Centaurs. We have Narcotic as aged up through Thea, making a market. Yeah, there's no walling. It's Atlantean. You can't wall as Atlantean. No walling, no manners. He's building towers next to his gold instead. You could wall. I mean, all you have to do to get safe gold would have been just to wall this. I mean, you could have put a wall here to here, and now you have a safe gold mine. You don't have to wall the whole thing. But, I mean, yeah, this isn't big. Wall this off. Wall this. Wall this. Wall that. And you're done. That's not actually that much to wall. Narcotic up. Hecate. Up. Apollo. He's probably just going to jump Heroic as well. Or Mythic as well. I know, Raffle, aren't they? Bets on whether or not Narcotic goes Titan. I think that's... So this is how he loses. Is he goes Titan, Soup Underworlds, and kills the Titan. And then at that point, Narcotics put 1,600, 2,400 resources into a technology that gets him nothing. That's my prediction. Yeah, no, you're right. Like, these old school recorder games, that's why I love this series. It's like, they're so dumb. But they're so hilarious, too. Like, at this point in time, 10, 11 years ago, players thought, like, this was a high-level game, and nobody said anything otherwise. Here we go, the advance. Oh, yeah, let's use the Tartarian gate right where the army is. No big deal. Gold mine's even idle here as well. So, okay, where are they going to go? Is he aging up? Soup is aging up with Hephaestus. Villagers are really brave to stay here. These are running. Probably going to come down the corner. Oh, man. They got a palace and a tower to protect this. And boiling oil as well. Come on. You don't stop. Keep going. Oh, will she spot them? No, she didn't. So Narcotic does not know about these villagers running down here. And these villagers are punching down the Tartarian gate here. Centaurs do pretty well against myth spawn as well, since myth units get bonus against myth units. And now it's our Terran gates dealt with. Score line's pretty even. Narcotic is, yep, he's clicking for it. There it is, Secret of the Titans. Soup has like legit nothing here. Like, sit on the, oh man, he comes on this gold mine here. It would just be lights out or force out like a really crappy underworld. Here comes the push. Good thing, hey, good thing he had 2 temples now. He's still getting his Colossus. And we're going to go all in. This is going to be a suicide push. All in on this town center with 4 siege units. Probably not going to work out. Maybe it will. I don't know. We're getting plenty vault used here. I mean, Soup has nothing. We're going to have the Colossus come down to kind of tank. Which is better, Eggy versus Atlantean? Kind of depends. Bellerophon trying to come out here. Oh, I don't know, though. It's a pretty even fight. I don't know. I think Soup's economy is just too bad. Man, he's just jumping around. Is this town center gonna stay up? I would like to see Bellerophon getting on the destroyers here. See, the problem is Narcotic's gonna run out of his resource. Yep. This is it. This is it. This is the all-in throw. He goes in on the town center, can't quite get it down. It's defended, and now Narcotic won't be able to supply quite as well because now he's building the Titan Gate. We're gonna have an underworld like right here. And the underworld's probably gonna win the game. We'll see. The nice thing for Soup, because he's got all this gold down here, that Narcotic is just ignoring it. Here it comes! Here it comes! Oh, the Colossus are gonna come through. Okay, so see, at this point, this army just needs to attack. You give up on your Titan Gate, you're not going to defend it anyway. This army just attacks. You lose your Titan Gate, you kill the base. But he's going to try to defend. And it's not going to work out. We got 1 Colossus, 2 Colossus, 3 Colossus, more being trained. Titan Gate at 50%. Terma are just... Oh, Bellerophon finally dies. Here come this army to defend. I mean, I guess you could maybe get the destroyers on here, but realistically, he could have attacked here and killed the underworld on this side. Anyway. And now there's going to be 4 Colossus that are just going to run through the building here. Entire base. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, don't give him a layup. There we go. Light gates at 10%. You could, as Boyd said, you could see this coming a million miles away with your heavily upgraded medium term. Without a single armory upgrade. Now the Titan Gate's gone. Bellerophon, he comes on through. Nope. On the way back. So now damage done. So now what does Soup do? Well, he can do whatever he wants at this point. Got this like side base down here. All on gold. But I'd like to see some upgraded Colossus though. Yeah, these Terma. Unupgraded. Auto-queued forever. And now what? Yes, this is back when nobody made Arcus. Arcus are a recent invention where nobody made Arcus. Like, I can remember just over and over and over people saying Arcus are useless, they're terrible, and like the patch never changed them, and then in the end they end up being really good. So it's kind of funny how that happens. But yeah, now we're gonna have just this indestructible Colossus force that's gonna push through here, push through there, and then it's gonna be game over. And Narcotic probably whined and complained about Greek OP after this game, when in fact he just completely threw this game. Like, But this is the fun. This is so fun. Watching all these old school ancient games where players just absolutely throw, and it's awesome. Only Narcotic could see this now. What tournament? There is an Age of Mythology Vanilla tournament starting up. I signed up for it, by the way. So it's double elimination, which means I get to play 2 rounds. That's it. And yeah, these... Hey! We see a few... Arcus. This Narcotic was ahead of his time. It took 32 minutes. Heroizing a Terma to deal damage to these 80% Pierce Armor Colossus. And that's it! GG! What a game! Man! Oh, jeez. Such a classic example of Oranos versus Zeus. I love the double temple Centaur spam. Take a look. Like, resources, like, not even close. Not even close here. But the kill death, 322 to 202. 191 killed, 316. But, I mean, realistically, I mean, the Zeus should never have won this. Ever. But he did. And that's okay. I like it. Let's see. Hold on. We'll do it real quick. Let's find the topic for that game. And see what the comments were before we move into... Look at that. Soup versus chemo. So let's see. BK. Soup. Classics. Where are the AOT classics? Or game of the week. That's what I'm looking for. Game of the week. Any god. Okay, so he was Zeus. Secondary god Oranos. Version any. Search. Okay. They played a handful of these games. Is this the one we watched? Yep, here it is. RT. Oh, this is from 2009. Terma. What about some Arcus or Walls at Alfheim? Narcotic lost all 3 heroes. Still pretty good play from both. Well, okay. Can't get. No. Yeah, this is pretty decent. Usually you show up these and Walls, Fire Siphon, Arcus Destroyers, you win the game easy 4-2 town centers. RTG was ahead of his time. GG. People loved it. Man, see, look how positive this was. Narcotic is addicted to Terma. Alright, well, they're pretty much right on. Alright, let's go on to game number 2 here. Magyar versus some Smurf. I tried to find out who it was. I couldn't. Ladies Love Lamers versus Magyar. Another Alfheim game. So, Ladies Love Lamers versus Magyar. Is there a mod in the chat that can make a prediction for who wins this? No cheating either, by the way. And looking this game up. But yeah, we've got Lady Love Lamers. Hades on the bottom. Don't know who this is. I tried to find out, and nobody else. In every game that was posted by him, everybody was just guessing different names. Some people mentioned Arrow. There was a few other names I saw. I forget now, but nobody knows. But so we've got Magyar as Odin. Magyar playing under Korn Tamas Nick. So this is maybe like the third Magyar game I've watched, and all of them have been a part of this Age Mythology Classic series. And we're looking at the ancient map scripting, where all sorts of funny stuff can happen, including awesome cliffs that you can put stuff on top of, and resources that can kind of spawn wherever. For hunt, it's about average for Alfheim. Nothing too crazy. I'd like to see the Hades player get to the caribou here, which is Magyar. Red in Odin is Magyar. Red in Odin is Magyar. Nope, the blue is the unknown Smurf. Don't know. Prediction started. Can I vote? I can't vote. That's cheap. Yeah, Magyar is up top. This is what some people consider, probably a good number, to be the best Age Mythology player to ever play this game. And ladies love lamers, who knows? Yep, Korn. Not Khan, Korn. Relics, Armor of Achilles, -5% infantry hack vulnerability. Cathar of Apollo, 10% villager speed. Tower of Cestus, more damage to towers. And then a Black Lotus villagers farm faster. These are some good relics here. I like them. Yeah, the old goofy Alfheim. Like, this guy's base is kind of wide open, and this one's pretty easily walled. Now, he does not have a decent gold or second gold mine here. This is okay, I guess. What's this build by blue? It's fine. Nothing wrong with that. He doesn't need a wood storehouse. He's chopping trees here. Look, he already got that straggler. Now he's on to the next one. And a double Ulfsark forward temple play from Magyar here. Having to build 2 Ulfsarks. Well, build 1 because you can't alt S, so... Oh! Nice building block here. Oh, that building block saved the temple there. That was awesome. Really well done to get that building block up in the old ESO days when everybody lagged as well. Magyar better than Adafang, I'd say so. But Adafang is really good. And these villagers a little bit idle, going to this deer. Now keep in mind, this is when Odin was considered to be one of the worst gods. Going on the wolf here, and probably was. This villager, she's forward. What's she gonna do now? Run away. And we've got Ladies Love Lamers is going for a real brisk 5-10. Athena. And now where do these villagers go? I guess there's still hunt over here. That has Magyar scouted it. Oh, no, he hasn't. So he's gonna come to this next. Now, what does Magyar do? This is some ozone timing advance. Hey, these were top players back in the day. Gets the relic for better farming, and we'll see. Is there gonna be much that he can pressure? There will be. Could potentially get on this. So the Hades player sees the fast advance, runs back. Magyar goes to these caribou over here. And trying to get on that granary. Out comes down. Keep in mind, this is Hades. So yeah, this is a fair matchup because Hades back then wasn't real hot either. Not a whole lot of benefits for going to Hades as opposed to the other Greek gods. So Hades not super great. Uses the Sentinel, kind of has to. Probably a forest fire on here. Let's see what kind of a forest fire we get. We're going to get a Boit level forest fire or something a little bit worse. And the villager, oh, okay, all right. That is a huge forest fire. Not only does it get the storehouse, it's probably also going to take down this tower as well. Really good forest fire usage. Don't let anyone tell you different. Especially bald men. Never listen to them. And watch this town center, or the tower, go down. We've got the units chasing this Minotaur. And tower is not going to go down. Nope. Nope. It's fine. And the Minotaur is pushed back. Okay, tower didn't go down. Didn't need it anyway. That was a really good forest fire. I mean, what it does do, though, is it does push all of Lady Lovelamer's villagers up to this wooden line here, which is pressurable. And we've got a barracks. And, whoa. Boy, if you really want to make your mining camps inefficient, build like this. And what are we gonna get another Minotaur? No. The favor. Nice little defense here so far. I mean, Magyar, though, kind of got drawn into fighting at the wrong spot. If this pressure were down here, like if he would have come over here instead of attacking a tower that doesn't protect anything and then a temple, he probably maybe could have won the game already. Because he had a sizable army when blue didn't have anything. And I think the problem is... Oh, yeah, he doesn't know where these villagers went. He doesn't realize they went up here. So he's coming around the back, seeing if they came to this bottom one, when in fact they were right in front of his face the whole time. The nice little walling here from the blue player. The army is chasing. And now he runs back. These Lovelamer's got a little too much gold. Possibly make more toxoids for a good farm transition. No, he's got berries, he's got chicken. No, he doesn't need farms. And the throwing axeman. I mean, this pressure is still really good by Magyar here. I mean, just could have been a little bit better on this. Like, so far, his huge advantage hasn't really done a whole lot. But at some point, I feel like he's just going to be ahead militarily. And, I mean, he's still hunting. So he's not going to have to farm anytime soon. And he's doing all right. This, ooh, walling off his forward base. I like it. Now, the nice thing here is with this wall is that this does protect this entire side here because this wood line extends all the way to the edge of the map. Now, will he get the wall, though? Keep in mind, there still is restoration. So, I think what Magyar is trying to do here is to give himself a little bit of a restoration retreat. If he needs to. But he's getting caught out a little bit. Where the wall isn't quite finished. And we do have now all the... Okay, I'm going to say you might see restoration get hit here. Because you want to do it before your Minotaur dies. Okay, so there's restoration. They retreat through the wall. And in the end, okay. I mean, he re-healed his army. And still in a pretty good spot is Magyar here. But Greek units are strong. The Minotaur, there's no hero to get on the Minotaur. Toxodia a little bit out of position, or I guess the hoplites are a little out of position, or I guess there aren't enough hoplites. And, Toxoid just kind of wandering around, and maybe this fight isn't so good for blue in the end. And I think he's getting cleaned up here. We got a few Shanes coming in. A few too many Toxodies and not quite enough other units. And the Minotaur dies after tanking a ton of damage. You're on the Valk. Okay. Shades come in to kind of save the day, maybe? Oh, nice to run these away. Hero down. Toxodi's still living. These Shades, though, are coming in handy. They are tanking a lot of damage. And... oh, this is why. This is why the unit stopped, is because the gold mine just ran out. So that's why no reinforcing units were coming in for the entirety of that fight. And the Shades did carry that battle there. They were the only meat shield that the Toxotes had. Now, we've got 1, 2, 3 Valks coming out here, and a 4th. So we'll have 4 Valkyries. And no hero, though. I don't even know if we've seen Chiron, have we? I don't think he's come out at all. Now he's coming. He spotted the Valks and made the Chiron. Now, the one bad thing, though, about making these Valkyries is that does mean Heroic Age is a bit away. And,
Yeah?
You're Odin, gathering from berries. He's got 2 packs of hunt right here. Dude, coming forward. Chiron is coming. Villagers or the dwarves are here. I don't quite know why. I think he's trying to heal up his last Valk. I don't know why he's being so defensive here. Like, I feel like this army beats Blues. Like, surely it does. So he's kind of just voluntarily giving away his base here. And grabbing a town center instead. But the Odin isn't going to be going heroic anyway because he made the Valk. So, like, he kind of... Magyar kind of put himself in a little bit of a position here where he wants to fight, but isn't. So kind of peculiar as we see all these units coming back because the raids are coming down. So he's got to deal with that. The Shades are right here, trying to defend, and Magyar just turns around. He senses nothing. And got a lot of Shades. Not bad units. I like this wall here. This inefficient. This looks like looking at my wood villagers here. He's got hunting dogs and no other eco upgrade. And now this town center is up. Like, I think Magyar's in a great spot. Still. And I guess in the end he only lost a couple barracks, so it was worth it. I thought maybe Blue would pressure a little bit more and cause some more damage, like kill all the houses. That could be a problem. But now we've got 5 Shield Magen Valkyries. I don't think the Hades can deal with that until reaching Heroic Age. But grabbing a town center. This is a good town center to grab because it does kind of protect this gold mine here. Because Magyar's probably coming over here to get on these villagers. Yes, he is. And that's going to allow this town center to come up. And we could see a... Oh, this is a slow reaction, though. Okay, the villagers do get out in time. These ones need to get out, too. Are they getting out? Yeah, imagine a forest fire there with the surround. It would have been so good. So the villagers last as long as they can. This little pressure here causes some idle time, but does give Blue access to this town center over here. But I feel like Magyar's army is just so much better, but he's playing so defensive. Three forest fire like shockwave. That'd be cool. You know, Age of Mythology is all about the god powers. Why not make more god powers? Look at these farms. There's a random house in between. Does it have plow? Would starve the new strat. Kind of what Painted Desert. The thinking behind Painted Desert was for a wood starve game, but it didn't quite work out that way. The Hades Shade raid. Oh yeah, these units coming forward. Oh, look at this mayhem on this town. Oh. Half the villagers trying to build, the other half trying to drop off. In the end, none of them are doing anything. There they go. Sorted it out. Magyar is going up, Scotty. There's no way blue comes back, is there? Like, no way. But I wouldn't say this has quite been the level of, like, a classic game yet. At all. But it's Magyar. He was in DoD, so everybody loved him. His DoD kind of ran the world back in this day. I like these 3 Toxotes doing a raid, right, with this army right here. They killed 1, 2, 3 villagers. Hill Fort coming up. Frost. Half of a frost. Only lasts 30 seconds. Or 20 or something. Think you're looking good. Ladies Love Lamers is not looking good. Only at... There's no way. 3 Ragnarok God Flowers. You deal with one and then the next one shows up. Upgraded Cav here. Making a few buildings. Some of the most inefficient wood chopping in the history of the game. Trying to grab a 3rd town center with some few farms down here. And Magyar is taking his time. Oh, the old ram. Back in the days when players still made Heroic Age portable rams. Portable ram is kind of a cool unit that just... They just don't quite cut it. Eco upgrades aren't any good. Typical Norse. Got pickaxe. That's all you need. Yeah, this is a really passive. Like, yeah, just come in, cast Frost, and you're probably good, right? And this should be game, I would think. There's no way it's not. I mean, we're gonna have a Frost on so many... Like, at least 30 villagers here. Just Frost this and... Right? Waiting for it. Got 2 Minotaurs. I mean, he's got Frost. Yeah. He's just waiting. Villager raid. I guess, what do you need Frost for? I guess he doesn't need Frost. And he should win this anyway. We have a nice Minotaur down here, though. He'll take a lot of damage. And there's the Frost. There's like a cheer with the army at the same time. And somehow this Minotaur, he decided not to get frosted. And now we have this huge Frost on everything here. And well, this has to be it, right? Yeah, that was a good Frost. And he's just gonna grab this town center. And that'll be... There's no way. No way. Now, John Arbiter, he could come back from this. But not Ladies Love Lamers. No way. No way at all. Aphrodite in yet? Nah. Nope. Hey, the game's not over. Maybe Magyar disconnects. Villagers all retreat. Got some Minotaurs coming forward here. Frost Giant. Villagers on the gold. I think this is over. But hey, good to see you, John. Hope things have been well for you. It's a scary army here. Frost Giants start rolling in. You know, this is... People talk about how strong Frost is. But back Frost is like a recent, like, innovation, I guess you could say. Like, Frost was never, ever used up until a couple years ago. Because everybody would just do flaming weapons every game, and nobody played Odin. So you never saw. I mean, you got these Minotaurs trying to save the game, but they aren't doing anything. But yeah, now Frost is kind of the flavor of the month, which that's cool because you used to never see it except for here. But yeah, it was always just flaming weapons and Ragnarok. See this big push coming in. We got 4 Valks, we got Frost Giant, throwing Axeman. Minotaur's headbutting stuff around. And I just love it. I mean, those kind of small things is what make Age of Mythology so cool. Is like your Minotaur headbutting, your Cyclops throwing stuff. Like, it's just silly stuff like that that makes it so cool. These Minotaur are actually, though, doing work here. Chiron show up. But they're also taking, like, all of Blue's resources. Another raiding cavalry goes flying through the air. Chiron trying to garrison in and out. And that's it. GG. Well played to Magyar. Not quite as wild of a game that you'd normally see. Town Center Bell an accident, bug, or intentional? It was 100% accidental. There's no way it was intended. But nice push here by Magyar. I thought he was a little too defensive here. Maybe he was. But in the end, it didn't really matter. Eco upgrade's not that great. But one of those, kind of surprised that this made game of the week. Now, I have a question for you guys. It is only 10 o'clock. We could make this a 3-way. A threesome here. I could do one more Age Mythology Classic, in which case someone needs to give me a number between 1 and 200. 1 and 200. Give it to me. We'll turn this stream into a 3-way here. White versus Berserker on the unknown. I don't have that. I think I do. All right. We got a number. 120 beats 169. But first, let's take a look at this game in the commentaries. And see what comments were made about this game. And let's take a look really fast. Ladies love lamers. Okay, all right. Let's show you guys. Oh, wait. This guy says, wait, we have a name. Who is this? Phi is the guy. Who is Phi? Never heard of this dude. So he is Ladies Love Lamers, but who is Phi? F-Y-E. Never heard of that guy. Lost this one. Should have made more eco ups. You should have done a lot of stuff, man. Played my Magyar. Game of the week. Congrats. One-sided game. Is this the first game of the week without Sensei in it? I'm tired of game of the week always having someone being Hades. No one cares what you think. Yeah, this is some more. This is what I like to see. It's an English forum. Who is Phi? Is it Firefox? People are wondering why this was game of the week. But that was just a fight that people are angry that this was game of the week. Oh, jeez. People, yes, this was 2008. All right, let's see. Was this when ISIS was OP? Yeah, it was. Okay, let's find members topics here. Mr. Fufu? Who's Fufu? And Odin was garbage, yes. I have no idea who Fufu was. I guess he was an expert staff, but that's who it is. Mr. Fufu. I think if my online moniker were Fufu, I probably would use a different name. But anyway, what was our number? Shadowfax posted a number. Let's get to it here. 120. So let's see. Where is it here? Let's find my way to the save game. Nope. Oh, this is the wrong forum here. Yeah, I think you're right. The only reason that made Game of the Week is because it was Odin versus Hades. Why can't I see it? There it is. Oh, geez, I got all sorts of folders. Man, I need to organize this. I say that like every time. Okay. All right, looking at classics. All right, we got number... I forgot now. 120. All right, let's go until we get to 120. 73, 82, 97, 115, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, look how close you were to one of my games. Chrono JJ versus Brickhead and Marsh. Instead, we get Urt versus Arrow. A MG Civil War on Savannah. All right. And if you would have said 117. Yeah, the early Odin Ravens was a bigger buff than I think people thought it would be. Because then you know where to attack every time, and time is everything. All right, so we're going to go to Urt versus Arrow. This is a little bit more recent, but not too super recent. We're probably talking about 2012. So this is still the old patch. MG Urt versus MG Arrow. Now these are players that when I came back, so I came back to the game in about 2012. So these were players that I was familiar with and played against quite a bit back in this era. Zeus versus Ra. All right. This is a fun matchup. Yes, close all my tabs. So Urt is a classic Ra player. AC the Great. Thank you for the raid. Welcome everybody as we're going through these Age Mythology classics, old games that are hopefully really awesome for whatever reason. We've got Urt as the Ra player and Arrow as Zeus. So Ra versus Zeus on Savannah. We have a 1 Rhino starting hunt spawn. And I don't think Arrow or Urt was able to see his Rhino. It's somewhere. Oh, show. There it is back here. And let's take a look at the town centers. So we've got this one right in the middle of the map. This is Arrow's. Kind of hard to get to with this tree line in the way. And these are Urt's town centers here, down on the bottom. And then he's got a gold mine way up here. I think there is a hole here. Trying to look, get it closer. I'm peering around the edge of the tree, but there's a hole there. I'm almost positive. So this is the closest gold mine for Urt. He did find his granary here with another Rhino. Oh, this is an extra Rhino. Interesting. So nice. This is a nice hunt pack here. You got your zebra, giraffe, and Rhino all spawned in the same spot. And over here, where is the other Rhino for Arrow then? I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of confused by this 1 Rhino spawn because this shouldn't exist. I think this is supposed to be a 2 Rhino spawn. Does it really matter? No. But these two rhino are supposed to be together. Or something. I don't know. This is weird. Like there's an... Because what's confusing me is that the hunt should be equal for both players. But these are 2 extra rhinos because you've got another 2 rhino spawn here to match this 2 rhino spawn. But there's these rhinos, so I don't know. Maybe they came from a different map. And we've got arrow coming all the way down here. 2 rhino. Harmonious necklace, that's a good relic. The other relic. Do you have the pharaoh pick it up? Speaking of a pharaoh, it's Cheeks! And he has Secrets of the Titans are cheaper. So our pharaoh here is Cheeks with a couple extra E's. Now what I liked about Ra versus Zeus, I always thought it was a pretty fun matchup. I generally felt in this era that Zeus had the upper hand because the early, like the semi-fast mythic from Zeus was just so incredibly strong. And sure, you could go Osiris, but then guess what? Your Osiris got bolted. And then if you ever tried to make a mummy to kill Colossus, Bel-Airphon just jumped on them all in a span of like 20 seconds, and then you were screwed. I don't know why is panic building this temple here, unless he's got like all sorts of food in these villagers, but he's building with 4 villagers and doesn't nearly have the food to make it, so I'm kind of confused by that. Hippocon don't need a buff. They are very good. Definitely don't need. Ra wasn't top tier, but Ra was good. This was the era still where Ra was better than I think people thought. The problem back then were the unbalanced maps, where sometimes there would be some pretty unwinnable matchups as Ra against certain gods, where you just, there's just no way you're going to win. And so that's kind of the downfall of like making the maps more balanced. In a way. I mean, it's good that they're more balanced. Because the game shouldn't be decided like at second one because of the map. But it kind of introduced some other issues as well. But yeah. Here, interesting to see Bash. Now, Ert was one of those Ra players that wasn't as lame as others. Like, you kind of have a... I don't know. And to me, you always have like a lame tier for Egyptians. And Ert wasn't too high up in that lame tier. He was pretty reasonable of an Egyptian player. Wasn't like a Raisin who was like lame 99 out of 99. Something like that. Ert was pretty reasonable. But yeah, both these players were top players in their era. Arrow typically actually played Isis. I'm kind of surprised to see him on Zeus. And we've got some pretty slow advances here. Erd at 512 and Arrow also at 512 with Athena. And going all the way to this forward hunt here. This is a little bit brave. Because if this Sphinx just manages to come down here for some unknown reason, which it looks like it's not. So we're doing Sphinx spam against Zeus, to me, doesn't seem to be the proper play. But I guess if you're expecting the Zeus to save Bolt for your Osiris, this is a little bit better. So maybe it's alright. Yeah, this is a little bit... Like, normally, I think nowadays you would see the Zeus getting a town center here. See the Minotaur coming in. Oh, the scout's going to get on the priest as well. This is going to kill the villager. But we also have a villager killed down here. The here's a little bit out of position. And now the Sphinx run. And these are so wide open. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. No, it got spotted. Oh, she lives. This lion coming in trying to avenge. Nope, running away. Oh, man. That's disappointing. Minotaur still coming all the way forward. And see? Like, this is the kind of play you would never see this play anymore. We're seeing Bast into barracks. Like, this is so bad. But it's so good all at the same time. Because 1TC Bast with barracks should never, ever win against Zeus here. Like, imagine if the Zeus player... Uh-oh. You gotta watch out for your Minotaur, though. Oh, nice to pull that back. Yeah. Want to lose your Minotaur. Yeah, I guess you did some good damage on this granary, but the Minotaur's down. Pull the Sphinx away. Yeah, like, normal... Nowadays, you'd see this... Oof. I don't know what this Slinger is gonna do here. I don't know what it's gonna do. And we're seeing a rain about to come in, healing up the weak Sphinx here. Pecan looking around. See, the problem here, though, is all these units that Arrow is making, you really can't do anything with it because you're against Ra. Ra's just gonna hide in the base. So Arrow should have been grabbing this town center like quite a bit sooner. Like, typically nowadays what you see is just the Zeus is gonna make 2 heroes pretty much right away. And then just grab a town center and then kind of boom up while making an army from there. So now we have the Rain. He does have Husbandry. Does also have Plow. Doesn't have Sacred Cats. And it's now... Okay, so the Slinger must have just been an extra. Kind of a background character in a movie that doesn't really matter. He's there. And running. And now we do have the Bast Sphinx Spear, which Boyd likes. And we've got a, yeah, a little bit far forward. Oh, these spears could... Oh, he kept slowing them down. He could have maybe done a little bit of a trap here. Yeah, but these random villagers all strewn across the map, it's a little worrisome if you're Arrow. Because Urt has units that can raid. And Arrow is... I mean, he's kind of stuck where he's at for a while here. He does have Harmonious Necklace and Pickaxe and Hand Axe. Everything except Plow, so it's pretty good. As far as Savannah, though, it's not super high hunt. Especially because he's not on this town center. Now we see 3 Sphinx coming in. Random again, a random Hippocon raid is probably not going to do much. Sphinx here will cause, if they notice, and kill some villagers. Bit of a fight here. The Hippocon do have to run, and Erd is doing exactly what Boyd suggested. Sphinx Spear. And Sphinx are coming in for a bit of a surround. Like, you almost could see it. I don't know, maybe an Eclipse would be a waste. But you could almost see an Eclipse here to kind of clear this out. And here is the Eclipse. And, oh, he's not getting hits. Like, you gotta do hits, though, with your Sphinx. Like, the bad thing about Sphinx is they do path block themselves quite a bit because of their huge attack radius. And he really needed to target his Sphinx a little bit better there. Like, they could have done so much damage in the retreat here, and now he's not quite on it. Like, just do it. Attack! There you go. Because Bast also decreases the amount of time it takes for the specials to recharge. And that's where a lot of the Sphinx damage comes in. And now he went too far forward with his barracks units. The heroes are here. Didn't do enough damage with the Sphinx, and now he's got to run away after using Eclipse. This could have been a little bit better at the beginning. Like, see, that's good. Those kind of hit and runs and stuff. But could have been doing that a while earlier. Grabbing this town center. All this distraction is going on. I mean, I guess in the end, he didn't lose a ton of spears. And no Sphinx, so really well done. Now the town center is up. 2 more barracks. Third is in this classical age. Grabbing a 3rd town center. Aging up. Soon. Need 17 more food. Need to see something empowering this, though. Need to have a priest here to empower. And now heroic is coming. Actually, not bad timing for what all he did with all the spheres and the Sphinx and now 2 town centers. Pretty decent timing here for Urt. No hand axe, but he's not really cutting any wood anywhere, so he doesn't need that yet. And Urt, or Arrow, does have still the first line of everything. No second town center for Arrow. 3 town center now for Urt. I feel like Arrow's a little bit behind where he should be, just because of the delay in that town center. Nice little wall here. Oh, he must have seen these villagers, and now the Sphinx are on the prowl. Oh no, he missed them! He knew they were here at some point. Oh, he sees the storehouse. Or does he? Oh, I don't think he noticed it. We're kind of coming in to get on this one lone villager. No skin of the rhino. Villager will run away and be safe. And these Hippicon are taking a ton of damage. And Amygdala getting put up. And Urt's in a good spot here. Yes, back then you're right. Fundamentals was complaining on RTS Sanctuary. It was... I mean, it's kind of what people do now. It's just there were more people back then, so it was a little more fun. Yeah, you would just have topics upon topics of just utter rage and anger. And here comes the rock. Unnerfed rock. Looks like it flies so fast. 4.8 speed. That's just crazy. Coming in. This would be a nice locust here. Get gold miners, farms. Oh, we used the locust too soon. This still is just wiping out all the gold villagers. But you could have aimed it right here. And... actually, it's still spreading out pretty well. Wow, it is spreading out. I forget that it was nerfed to not spread out quite so much. And that's a deadly locust there. Whew. Man. But a little bit of a raid down the bottom. Doesn't have an army. Just some Sphinx. And the spears here, they're all gonna fall. We got the Sphinx coming back though to kind of finish off the Hippicon, which they will. The Hippicon kind of got to get out of here now because the Sphinx will deal with all of this. Ooh, I was a little worried that they'd get all path blocked in, which they kind of will. I mean, that's so many hit points being lost on the way out. Yeah, back in the old days, Locust was kind of your anti-farm, anti-villager, anti-economy. I mean, it was a super good. God power, and it still is. The only thing I don't like from Arrow, he's played this pretty decently, is he's not empowering anything. And that's pretty important. I mean, think of it as 15 more percent here, 15 more percent here, and 15 more percent here. I mean, that's a lot of resources that are kind of being lost. And now the camels find these villagers. And like Urt's like all in on this kind of eco boom right now, where he doesn't have a huge army. Arrow is almost popped, so like it looks great for Urt, but because of the lack of empowerment, he's kind of 15%. His eco is 15% behind what it should be. And he's been pretty defensive outside of this Sphinx raid. He hasn't really done any Migdal unit raids other than these random villagers that were kind of lost down at the bottom of the map here. And now losing a few units. Not a big deal. The Toxotes got to move, though. We might see a restoration for this fight. Because that's a lot of Sphinx here, or not. We'll just see the Urt retreat here. I mean, only one Odysseus. But the camels will fall. So yeah, this is, I guess, restoration isn't needed. And Ert's playing this a little bit risky here with just not making army. See that 125, 125 pop. On a few units on the way out. And a nice wall here, but there is that hole. But yeah, this isn't over because Earth seems like he had a really good play up through like early heroic, where it seems like he kind of lost his way a little bit. And part of that is just the lack of empowerment. Like, he might as well almost not even be Ra right now. And Odysseus coming forward, strutting like a boss that he is. And did we do a prediction for this yet? I don't know if we did a prediction. Maybe we did. I'm not sure, but it's still not too late. This game's pretty close. I mean, if someone's able to, I don't know if there's somebody. And Swoop can. Because you still have the early mythic surge from Arrow. As we see, he's almost aging up here. I mean, this game's in the balance. Like, Urt should still win. He's already setting up his trade route. I mean, he's an age ahead. I mean, once he kind of... Oh, you're on mobile. Well, how can I do it? Can't do it. Doesn't really matter. Eco upgrades. Nice eco upgrades for Arrow. He's got them all. And Urt has most of them as well. Just no hand axe yet, though. That's a big oops, because he's been on wood for a while now. Trying to get a little proxy build in the bottom. And like just need some the problem with Urt, he needed chariot sooner to pick off the Greek heroes. And now that's a rough restoration here. Like, oh, have I closed the last prediction? I think so. And the chariots need to get in on Odysseus. There we go. Oh, it hasn't been? What if I make Cuddy Danks just because I like your nick? You're a mod. You can do it. Congratulations. And now we've got Heroic Age. Yeah, Ertz. Third aging up yet? No. Like, where's his food economy? Like, yeah, this is just pretty poor eco management by Urt is what's kind of harming him at this point. But nice Migdal here in the middle of the map. I mean, Urt, he just needs to age up and like a wall here. And he can get this. He can get this down. Yeah, you not even need a wall because now all of a sudden Arrow's spent a lot of his resources on Tex, it seems like, and now he doesn't have an army. And there was a comment earlier where, what if you save Locust for a siege push? And that's what I like to do with Locust because it's really strong if you can get to that situation. Because now I think, yeah, Arrow put all of his resources into upgrades. But normally, like nowadays, you'd kind of see the Greek skipping Heroic Age and just jumping to Mythic. But instead, he's getting all his army upgrades. He's got Fortified Town Center, yeah. And he's just kind of save up that way. Urt, for some reason, is building a siege, doing this with 20 villagers. And now he doesn't have much gold because his gold mine ran out on the bottom. And he didn't scout this one. He's about to scout it. There we go. So he scouted that one. Yeah, Urt doesn't know where his next gold mine is, and that's really hurting him. And I think now he just realized that there's another one over here, so now he's going over it. So yeah, a little bit of a lack of scouting kind of cost Urt there because he didn't want to go to this town center this gold mine because he knows Arrow's on it. And now he's spotted this one, so he's going to come up to that gold mine and probably throw away his army here. This is where it's good for the Ra here to start transitioning in some axemen. Not a huge fan of the camels here. Like, this is before any sort of like patch buffs to the camels. But they aren't super great at what they did back then. They have Pierce upgrade. Where I'd almost rather just have seen like do pure chariots with some axemen instead of throwing any camels in, because now all the camels are dead, and now you got these hoplites just ramrodding their way through the chariots here, and all of a sudden looked like in like a definite winning position. Here come the axemen, just a little bit too late, and now it's looking pretty iffy. Yeah, the Sphinx got wrecked because once that third Greek hero shows up, and there weren't enough chariots to kill them all, and all the Sphinx are down. Making more. Oh, he's even got both Sphinx upgrades. I just realized that. A lot of resources put into Sphinx, and he only has 2 monuments. Thought I'd see a third here. I'm trying to get on this town center, or the fortress here. Axemen need medium, though. Like, medium against heavy. Hoplites still aren't super great. Well, now the last hero is down, so the Sphinx can play. And this Axemen still tank a lot of damage here. Really good hack armor, 46%. Oh, nice side builds up here. Oh, this was what was in the rock. Was sneaking some villagers up. So a rock dropping villagers. And now has a side build, as yes, both players are just sitting in heroic age. Got the attempt of the wall, but we've got... Oh, man. I'm a little worried about this town center here for You don't really see this anymore, which is kind of a shame. Where players nowadays kind of skip heroic age because the mythic power surge is so good. But this is fun to watch. I mean, we've got a Petrobolus attack here, and there's nothing around this town center. We could potentially see the rush of mercenaries to defend, and here they come training in like a millisecond. But I don't know if it's good enough here. We got the hoplites with their attack bonus, and the town center's gonna go down. And that is the trade town center as well. Oh, he got a technology that just came in. It's still going to go down. There's no way it doesn't, right? Yeah, it goes down. We'll throw away 3 Petrobolus. Has the resources to just rebuild, so without being able to hold the position, that's not quite as great as it seems. But, I mean... as long as these mercenaries don't do much more damage, I mean, that's a lot of resources to spend on mercs. That makes the attack worth, but Arrow shouldn't have turned and fought this, because now he's fighting mercenaries and losing a lot of units. We've got the siege push over here that kind of cleaned up this fortress down at the bottom. Got a really nice side push, too, on this. And this game's getting pretty wild here in the heroic age, where we're seeing an extended heroic age. Arrow close to aging up. Here's the one problem. Did he just click up? Oh, he put his resources into something. Not aging up at all. Like, all of these side builds are fantastic and everything, but despite all of this pressure, if Arrow were to age up to Mythic, he could probably just push right through the base. And all these side builds wouldn't really matter at that point, because Arrow's base would be dead. Also, I think, has not checked this gold mine. A little bit weird, because this is where all of the gold is. I mean, we got a couple gold mines here, but this one is just wide open that these chariots could have gone to. Now they're getting pushed back by the hoplites. Fight raging in the middle. Medium axemen with some decent upgrades. All the first line. And Arrow, also some pretty good upgrades as well. And we might be in for a long one here. I mean, it's the scoreline's dead even. I think I like Arrow's position, like long-term better. Because the Zeus power in Mythic is so good. We got this Migdal that came up, but we've got some hoplites on it. Villagers repairing. Toxotes should probably just shoot at the villagers repairing, but the Migdal's gonna go down anyway. Pharaoh down here. They can control the situation. And I mean, the Axeman will push all the way into here, but no, there's no siege behind this, so it doesn't really matter. Like, really, all of Urt's army should have transitioned up to here, because this is the more important spot. Look at his resources. 1,500 gold and nothing. An arrow. Still sitting in the... oh, here's his third monument. Like, oh, see, like, no priest empowerment on the market. No empowerment anywhere. Nice little raid here. Pushing off the military units. But the... oof. Hoplites there are doing some damage. Heavy axeman. Good. The Urt can probably stop this mining if he just were to focus on all this. Like, Arrow's not at pop. Urt has less resources in the bank. And yeah, now he is pumping out chariots from here. Did he ever get his wood upgrades? Ooh. He's got every upgrade but 0 wood. That hurts. That really hurts. And no empowerment on this market either. Yeah, see, now the Axemen, they're just facing pure Toxotes, so they all die. And now all the hoplites came up here, cleared out that Migdal. Vicious still holding strong. Little random wall here. Urt's side build is kind of gone. Urt's gold mine here is also gone, but it doesn't really matter because it's got a good gold. And oh, we seeing a croc spam now? We are. But Urt is now going into the croc spam, which I like. The 26-minute croc spam. Like, at this point, you'd think these players would be in, like, Mythic Age or something. But nope, they're not. Arrow, now he's cleaned up this side of the map, is putting his market in. Boy, I wonder how long this game is. So we're at 27 minutes and not even in heroic Mythic Age yet. I don't know. We should see. Does Urt ever research his wood upgrades? These villagers are looking for gold, I guess. I'm probably gonna slide up here. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's trying to get another side build going. I think we got our prediction. All right, looks like both players are waiting to age up now. Oh, the villager push on the fortress here. The Axemen on the hoplites on the bottom. That's good. Siege. Okay, this fortress will go down. Oh, Heracles. He's gone. But so is all of Urt's army now. The Axemen kind of, even though they were on the hoplites, they all kind of got shredded by the Toxotes behind it. And Arrow didn't lose much in that fight. Just a fortress that he can quickly rebuild. And Urt, meanwhile, has to put a lot of resources into rebuilding his army, which means he still hasn't clicked that age up button yet. And we've got these Petropolis coming forward. Probably just to knock this down and maybe get on some of these buildings. And, no heroes again. And now this is a really good fight for Urt because the heroes are gone and the Petsuchos will do crazy damage. Arrow, no. Oh, he's aging up. Finally. We're going to see a sub 30, or not even a sub, later than 30-minute mythic age here. Oh, knocking stuff over, trying to reposition myself in my excitement over a mythic age sighting. And still a little bit away through a whole bunch of siege away here. Jason coming on, trying to do something to these crocs. They're not upgraded, so they don't have their +4 or 6 range or whatever craziness it gives. And I still not at a great spot as far as aging up. Did stop his auto queue on the market. I mean, like, as soon as you hit Mythic, you get a 20% upgrade for your camels. It's such a big upgrade. Oh, we got hand axe. Yeah, you win Osiris 20 minutes ago. All right. Alright, I'm going to fast forward just a little bit. This is nothing. We're kind of at a state in the game where nothing really is happening. A little camel raid on the Petrobolus. It doesn't do anything. Attempt of a build right there. And now Ert's in pretty good control. Hephaestus. Yeah, at this point, there should be no way that Ert wins. Because Arrow's still got Underworld Passage. He's got 185 favor. Making a Minotaur for some reason. Or not a Minotaur, a Manicore. And I don't think there's a way that Ert can come from this. He just stuck in the heroic age for way too long. These Petrobolus here. Would be nice to wall them in and can't quite though because of this gold mine. Bolt wasn't used. No, because back in this day is when you could bolt kill Osiris. So every Zeus in the world saved Bolt to use on Osiris. And yeah, I'm thinking it's about over for Ert here. Why is he going Osiris? Because that's your only chance against Colossus or mummies, even though they still keep getting one shot against by Bellerophon. Now, so Arrow got the town center down, but he threw away an entire army to do so. I'm not sure that was really worth it. I mean, what's a Petrobolus? 350 resources? I mean, this is 1,400 resources just in Petrobolus, not to mention the hoplite, and he killed a 500 resource building. So I'm going to say not worth, as we have Osiris here. Yeah, you get it for the mummies. You get it for your second pharaoh. Because without mummies, you're never going to kill the Colossus. And that's what Arrow can transition to. Got Odysseus here. Got the mummy forward, looking for something. You should know the Colossus is up there, but it doesn't look like the mummy's targeting it. Oh, now he is. Alright, now what? He's just going forward. What's Arrow doing? He seems like he's kind of doing nothing. Alright, there's that. Colossus down. Like, Arrow has tons of resources, but not doing a whole lot. We see some tower spam happening here. Fortress down there. Market up there. Fortress over here. Underworld Passage. Okay, Underworld Passage to stop the trader. I mean, I guess that's okay. I mean, realistically, he could have just built buildings down here and walled this, and he wouldn't have had Underworld Passage it at all. But okay, so use Underworld Passage to get control of that corner there. Here's a little bit of a problem, though. We're getting some walling. Rotten Banana, hello! Getting some walled off catapult here. And where's Bellerophon? Bellerophon, the counter to any walls. We have the mummy here. Now, how is Ert's gold? Ooh, Ert has no economy now. Alright, upgraded towers. That's cool. The mummy wasted the special on something other than a Colossus. Vicious down here. Mummy, I don't know what I'm trying to do. And arrows. A little bit out. Got too much eco, I think. Towers will actually probably let this hold, and this has done a ton of damage. The Underworld. Now, I mean, the Underworld is good play as far as it's done damage. My argument is that he could have just sent 10 villagers forward and did this anyway without having to use Underworld at all. So I don't quite understand the Underworld play. I guess it was the easier way to accomplish that. I don't know why we're seeing Heracles instead of Bellerophon. We have Osiris that'll probably just get insta-bolted. You might as well. Wait! Oh. I clicked it to see if bolt was used yet, and it showed it was used. And there it is! So Osiris is bolted. Good old days. He's gone. And now the Marcus are deleted. And yeah, I think Erd is finished at this point. His trade route is done. I mean, the Underworld did its work. Repair rate back in the day was just crazy. 2 villagers. And that is it. GG. Well played to Arrow. Erd could have won this. He just got stuck in Heroic Age. And that's it. Goodbye 20 points. I was thinking Arrow would win because Ert kind of just threw away his advantage there. But that was a fun game. I mean, we spent 30 minutes in Heroic Age. You don't see that anymore. And yeah, I was kind of impressed myself too. I clicked to see if Bolt was used at the exact moment that he used it. So, that was funny. Yeah, what killed Ert? Lack of empowerment. Didn't get his hand axe until like 27, 28 minutes. And just was stuck in Heroic Age for way, way, way too long. Like, look at the difference in economy here. That's a lot. So if we're saying 15%, so I know it's not exact because you're not going to have 15% on all of your resources. So maybe say 10%. At the 17-minute mark, that's 2,000 more resources. At the 25-minute mark, 10% is 4,000, almost 5,000 more resources. I mean, that's a lot. And that's kind of the difference here, is that economy. Would have thought the Locust would have done a little bit more. Like, we can see that Ert is way ahead in villagers, but not catching up in economy. Like, nowadays, if you were to watch like a Chemo Ra game, you wouldn't see that. Chemo would be all about the economy and be like the other way around, where the Ra would be ahead. And that would be it there. But like ahead in score because of military early, but behind in resources. So Ert with the win in our little third game of this classic series that we had for tonight. Let's take a look real quick, though. See what players had to say about that game. So let's load up the Titans. RTS Sanctuary is where I get all of these old replays. So we're looking for Arrow versus Ert. Arrow, any forum. His god was Zeus. And the secondary god was Ra. And let's see, Ert. I don't see it here. Any map, primary god, any forum. Did I do this wrong? Maybe Ert was the provider? See, I'd like to get these ahead of time. There's going to be a lot of this, though. Arrow? No. No. This might be it right here. AOT game of the week. Yep. Here we are. All right. Great game. Fun to play. Small trade. Tons of towers. Protect your trade. Go horse and walls. Should have won easily since you deserved it. Your first 15 minutes were amazing. Yep. Have to lay more. Boy's been slacking, so I picked this one for game of the week. Boy. Very good game. And that's it. Man, that wasn't exciting at all. I was hoping for a little bit more. Who's my least favorite player? I mean, I'm not going to stir up anything. So nowadays, I'm just here to have fun. But back in the old days, my least favorite player was Intel_GP, also known as Gary Payton. He was so frustrating and annoying to play with as a Ra I was against his ISIS, and I wasn't ever much of a rager, pretty laid back. But 16-year-old me got pretty annoyed with GP, just the way he played. It was a frustrating game to play was always against GP. Cuddy Danks cheered 100 bits. Hey, story about you. Kind of about you. So this morning when Cam came up, he likes to comment on my game sometimes and wants to know what happened when I played games, wants to know if I won or lost, that kind of thing, so he could cheer me on. So I told him, yeah, I won a few games. I'm like, I even have one person subscribe, and I'm like, what? Tell him, that means somebody basically giving me a couple dollars. And then I even had another person give me 100 bits, which is $1. And Cam thought that was so cool that he went to his piggy bank. He gave me 50 cents because he says he also enjoys watching me play when he gets to watch me play. So it was kind of a feel-good moment for me, where he went to his piggy bank and gave me 50 cents. And you cheered 100, now you're cheering another 100. And then he started asking me, is like, why do people give you money? And I'm like, well, it's just because it's their way of showing that they enjoyed it. He just kind of, he didn't quite understand it, but kids. And then that's when he gave me 50 cents. So in the end, he got it. But yeah, I appreciate the support that you guys give me and the good times. I kind of view this in the end, it's just me watching or playing a game, but it's a little bit more for that for me, because it's kind of it's the way to unwind, I suppose. Sometimes my job sucks, and it's nice to be able to kind of turn real life off, I guess you could say. And even though it is just a silly game where I'm playing or casting or whatever, it's fun. I enjoy it. Cam enjoys it too. It's just he's not awake at 11 o'clock, so too bad for him. Pro tip, if you're not getting donations, have kids. But problem is kids aren't free either, but that's all right. It's worth it. You got to be ready to have kids, because it does change your life a lot. Like, my one regret is that before having kids, I wish I had traveled more with my wife, because at this point, you can travel with kids, but it's not like enjoying it is a little bit different. Like, I can't just enjoy travel because you got to worry about kids, but that's all right. Kids are awesome. Cam's awesome. You guys are awesome. And I'm going to go to bed. And at some point soon, probably, you're going to see me playing in some Ancient Mythology vanilla tournament, which isn't my cup of tea, so to speak, as far as my specialty, if I have a specialty anymore. So probably won't go so well, but that's okay. I like playing tournaments. I'll probably lose, but that's all right. The nice thing about this tournament, though, is you can kind of pick any home map. So I got some maps. I got some maps ready to play. But yeah, travel is cool. Pick River Nile. No, not that map. I got some others, but all right. Mode is an option. It's basically any map that came with the game. So we're talking like Archipelago, Team Migration, Vinland Saga, stuff like that. Either Australia or Atlantis. Is Boyd playing the tournament? No, I think Boyd is leaving on a trip or something. Maybe. Boyd, are you? I thought I saw you said that, which is too bad because it'd be nice for you to play. That's all right. Easier for me to win. I just have to win at least one series. But make them cheeks clap. Jeez. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. We've been having some good good crowds, good time. Usually not as large of a crowd as people get during the day shift, but I appreciate the calmer atmosphere of the nighttime. I have to ban too many people when I stream during the day, so it's nicer this way. So I appreciate you guys being the on-ban crowd or the no-ban crowd. It's good. So that's it. I might be back tomorrow. Maybe not. We'll see. Not sure what the future holds. You never know. But thanks for watching, everybody. I'll catch you all another time. Have a good night. And let me try to find someone to send you guys to in a jiffy. But that's it for tonight. So peace out, homeboys and homegirls. That's all.